Node.js Express is very popular amongst the backend developers because it is a standalone backend framework, goes with all the databases, and also it's first choice when you are building a React based application. So in this video, I'll show you 3 middleware tricks that will help you as a backend developer, no matter you are an expert backend developer or you are just getting started with Node.js Express as a backend. These 3 tips will help you for sure. So let's get started. Before we move forward and actually implement the 3 middleware tricks, let's understand middleware. So when you receive a request on a route, you write a function which is known as middleware. All the requests will first go to the middleware and then you write some logic in the middleware to validate the request. If the request is valid, then you actually go to the route. If the request is invalid, you throw an error. So in this tutorial, we will understand these 3 middleware tricks. First, we will use middleware to verify the request body. Second, we will understand how to use middleware for authentication. And third, we will inject information into the request. So when we are using the request in the route, we will have some injected information like user ID. So I have created a URL shortener application where you save a URL as a bookmark and the application will generate a short code. So you can remember the bookmarked URL using short code. Here I have login and register. Then I have routes in bookmarks to create get all the routes get by ID and delete by ID. Finally, I have this short code endpoint. Now let's understand the code itself. So I have a Node.js Express TypeScript application. Inside my source directory, I have index.ts and all the requests are coming here. And I'm handling all the requests using this routes. In this routes, I have auth routes, bookmark routes, and redirect to the URL route. First, let's understand how to validate the incoming request. So if I go to this auth route, you see here I have a validate user function. This function receives a request, response, and next parameters, and it returns void. In this function, I'm checking that request body must have all the things that I need for this register and token route. So in this register and token route, I need this user schema. This user schema must have email and password. Email should be of email type and password should be a string and minimum 6 characters long. So here with this Zord schema, I safe parse the request body and make sure that the request body has all the properties that I need in register and token route. If the request body doesn't have all the things that I need, that means the success flag will be false. In that case, I respond 400 and saying a message invalid request body. And you can see here I'm returning from the function itself so that it doesn't go ahead and actually call the register route. So let's validate these things. So I go to this login and in this request body, I have email and password. So when I send this, you'll see I got a session ID. So now if I change the name of this property and give something else and hit send, you'll see that invalid request body and it says email is required. That means it has verified and it failed to verify that email property is there, and that's why it's throwing this error. Next, let's understand how to verify the incoming request body for authentication. So if I go to this bookmark route, you'll see I'm using this authenticate token middleware for all my 4 routes in the bookmark route group. So if I see this, you'll see this is again a middleware function which receives request, response, and next parameters, and it returns a promise of void. Here I am checking that the request must have authorization header. Then I take the value of that authorization header and split it with a space and take the first index, that is my session ID. So if there is no session ID, I return a response saying session ID required. If there is a session ID, then I use a function to validate the user session and return a user ID. And if there is a user ID, I move ahead, but otherwise I return that invalid or expired token. And in case something fails here, I return a 403 saying invalid or expired token. So if I come here and go to this get route for bookmarks and hit send, you will see invalid or expired token because my token is already expired. But if I go to login, generate a new token with correct email property name, I'll just get this. Okay, then I'll go to this base environment and here I'll update the value. And now I go to this get route and hit send. You'll see I receive information. So this way, with a function, you can validate your incoming request and make sure the request has valid authentication properties. Then the next thing I want to show you how to inject information into the request itself. For that, again I'll go to this authenticate token function. You'll see here on the top I have changed the Express request interface and I have added user ID string that can be present or not. Here when I validate the user session, I receive a valid user ID. And in case when I receive valid user ID, I set request.userid as the user ID and move ahead. So when I go to this, let's say bookmark route, I am sure that the request has user ID and then I can use the request user ID to move ahead and do the other things I need to. So this way you can inject information into the request itself and you can use it in the routes whenever you need it. I think this is it from my side. I hope this video is helpful to you in understanding middleware in Node.js Express application. If you like the content I put on my YouTube channel, consider subscribing to my channel. That helps. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the life, feel the music. Peace.